by our word master TM Swapnil. Okay, I hope you are very clear with all the information you have received till now. If there's any confusion, you can ask us. But before I take off, I would like to mention one very important information. This meeting will take off only based on the fuel of interaction with the audience. If you guys interact, this is going to take off. If you don't, it's going to tank. So we know who is responsible if meeting tanks. Okay? So just for the starter, why don't you just raise your hands? Oh wow. Shake it up, bring it down, and do something to motivate nervous Toastmaster of the day. Clapping you. Thank you so much. Wow. Looks like this meeting is going to take off with an amazing energy. Creativity. Have you ever felt that creativity is related to drawing, painting, dancing, or hobbies? Do you feel that creativity is a prerogative of people who are in art field or who are artistic? Yes. No. Good. No? No? Good. Just for the fun sake, let's do a small test. How much creative... I need the clicker now. This guy's going very fast. Go back. So how much creative you think you are? Give yourself a number from 0 to 10.
7.
Keep it in your mind, it's okay. I don't need those numbers. Because I would like to dwell deeper into creativity and then we'll recheck our numbers. Next. So, what is creativity? The dictionary definition of creativity means ability to transcend from the traditional ideas, forms, and patterns and to create something meaningful, new ideas, forms, and interpretations, etc. The root meaning of the word creativity is to grow. It has nothing to do with the activity per se. It's the ability to bring the quality to the activity which you are doing. Creativity looks like noun, but it's actually a verb, more specific in action. It can be an interior or an exterior action. It can be an idea or a manifestation. It can be a thought or a product. But at the end of the day, it's an action, an energy which one brings to the activity one is doing. It's about getting engaged in the moment, enjoying that activity and celebrating it. So now let's ask ourselves again, how much creative you think you are? Can you go back? Now, do I have been able to fluctuate your numbers a little bit here or there? If not, we need to dwell deeper into it. Let's go there. Creativity is not just a visually appealing painting or a music or a dance performance. It is something which we think on a daily basis. It's a way of life. It's a process. So we have done this. Now the numbers are still there. Okay. Yep. Do you agree with this? Stone Age didn't end just because they ran out of stones, right? There was something more to it. Creativity has been a primary survival tool of humans. Our ancestors have to be adaptable enough and creative enough to sustain. The ones who were able to think out of the box were the ones who were not eaten up and the ones who are our ancestors. Creativity has been the crux of civilization. Humans have invented and reinvented, and these transformations have been possible only because of fuel of creativity. The main ingredients of creativity are curiosity, flexibility of thoughts, tenacity, willingness to fail again and again, trial and error, and most importantly, it doesn't just happen by chance. Humans are inborn with creative DNAs. We have an extraordinary coding which comes with our programming. Creativity byproduct are wheel, fire, Mozart sonatas, spaceships, or anything for that matter of fact. Next. So, why creativity? Creativity helps us thrive. It opens the universe of possibilities. So instead of problems, we are looking at potentials. Instead of challenges, we are looking at chance to find solutions. Instead of obstacles, we are finding opportunities. Creativity is a thriving force of human spirit. Look around and you'll see every successful people in any industry, be it education, science, technology, or anything, has to do with that pinch of creativity. Creativity comes to human as an inborn talent which kind of get lost during our growing up years. Before I move on to explain you further about creativity, can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. Do you think creativity is just when we are getting bored or when we have nothing to do, that time we'll do something to create? Or we can do it at any time? Let's try out something today. How about 20 ways of motivating Toastmasters of the day? That is one way. We'll do that later. Let's do something very simple. Let's find at least 5 different uses of a paperclip. I told you, fuel is from the audience. It's gonna tank. Come on, I'll give you one use.
Clip the paper.
Clip the paper. That's an amazing use.
Make a necklace.
Make a necklace. Yeah, perfect.
Open the iPhone same.
That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, you were saying something?
I was just going to say that.
You can actually
You throw somebody who is sleeping.
Right.
you seal the packets.
Yeah, you can seal the packets. It can be used even to open up a letter. I mean, if you open this up and make it a straight thing, it can open it up. But that much is just for one of the example. Have you ever done cooking or seen someone doing cooking?
Yeah.
A lot of us, yeah? What do we do when we cook? We open up the fridge, we look what else is inside, we see the ingredients, we just collect the ingredients. Then we connect them. What can I do with this? And then we kind of imagine what would turn out if I mix them, and then we create, right? So creativity is all about collecting the observations all around us. The more observant we are, the more we are able to collect and then connect. Okay, creativity does come with constraints, and today we have a lot of speakers lined up and evaluators. So for today, our timer, Toastmaster Nidin, is going to tell us about the constraint of time for the speakers. Can I have Toastmaster roll? Our timer, Nidin, describes himself as technically and artistically creative, and he believes that creativity is an imagination. Our first 2 speakers are for icebreakers, and Toastmasters Nidhin can explain us the time requirement for the first 2 speakers, and the evaluator for the speaker after that, if they can tell the objective of the speech. Toastmasters Nidhin.